Please wait 1 minute, sir. Some technical problems.
Tiruvai, your voice is very low, Tiruvai.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you. Now I request our Ongole branch chairman, Sri K.Rajendra Prasad Garu, to give his welcome speech.
Good evening, all of you. Respected CA Devaraja Reddy Garu, President of ICAI 2016-17. Today's speaker, Sri JVC Sriram Garu, my MC members, past chairman of Ongole branch, senior members of the profession, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Ongole branch of SIRC of ICAI, we welcome you all for the today's CPE seminar on client management in Chartered Accountant's Office. Dear members, so far we have concentrated on different tax statutes. We have conducted seminars on GST, income tax, and FEMA, so many laws. But we feel we have to update our knowledge not only in taxation laws, we should be smart. For any successful professional, soft skills are the important. If we want to be succeed in our profession, soft skills plays a vital role. Apart from technical or subject, we should have the enough command over the communication also. For the purpose, we have selected this topic, client management in Chartered Accountant's Office. Our today's chief guest, CA M.Devaraja Reddy Garu, is a past president. He is the president for 2016-17. He is well known to all of us. He is our own Telugu Bidda. He is from Chittoor district. Whenever we recollect Devaraja Reddy Garu, we used to enjoy with TDD Prasadam. This time we have missed it because of the virtual seminar. We used to have Bhagavad Gita and all of things. And JVC Sriram Garu is a motivational speaker, international speaker. He is an author also. I have seen one of the reviews of his book, No Reference Point. In Amazon, there is a all 5 rated book. It is a 5 rated book, 5 stars rated book. So I thought that he is going to give a very good seminar on this present topic. His profile is very interesting. He is an international speaker. He is associated with our Ongole branch since 7 years. He used to send faculty for our students training programs. I thought that our members also require special communication skills when we are dealing with the clients. So we have chosen this faculty. On 17th July 2021, we are going to have a seminar on capital gains, taxation of shares, mutual funds, both business income as well as the capital gains, and that too with a facility to provide the how to fill the WinMan. So I request all the members to come for the coming seminar also, which is on 17th. I once again thank you one and all. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai ICAI. Now what to moderator, Kumar Garu.
Thank you, Rajan Prasad Garu. Now I request to present the today's chief guest to the August gathering by our CA member, Sri S. Surya Pavan Kumar.
Thank you, sir. First of all, let me thank to all the committee members of our Ongole branch for giving me this opportunity. Okay, and moreover, Mr. C.A. Devaraja Reddy is a senior member of our institute, and who has qualified his CA degree in 1985, and he started his professional journey in November 1987, post attaining the qualification. Okay, and then he started his independent professional practice in Hyderabad, and he is graduated in commerce from Pragati Mahavidyalaya, which is affiliated to Osmania University, Hyderabad. He hails from an agricultural family, Chinepalli village, Kevipalli Mandal, Chittoor district, Andhra Pradesh. He is a man of great vision, strong integrity, and a hard discipline, with a firm belief in the inclusive growth of accountancy profession. And he was the chairman of Committee for Members in Entrepreneurship and Public Services for the council year 18-19. He was the president of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India for the year 2016-17, and he being a fellow member of the institute with a prudent professional foresight and more than 28 years of immaculate professional standing, C.A. Reddy has served in Indian accountancy profession as the vice president of ICAI for the year 15-16. And in addition to that, Mr. C.A. Devaraja Reddy always has a way to dazzle his fellow members with his down-to-earth approach towards the profession. His brilliance to observe and his humility towards people around him. With an ingrained interest in academic matters of accountancy profession, he is widely commended and credited for his prominent and distinguished contribution in the conceptualization and formulation of futuristic CA curriculum during his tenure as the chairman of ICAI Board of Studies in 2014 and 15. And as a resident of Hyderabad, Mr. C.A. Reddy has been elected by his member colleagues for a straight third term of the Council of ICAI during the period 2016 and 2019. As the president of the ICAI, he was the chairman of all the standing committees of the ICAI. Example, Examination Committee, Finance Committee, Executive Committee, besides being presiding officer of the Board of Discipline under Section 21A, Disciplinary Committee, and Chairman Disciplinary Committee. He was also the ex officio member of all non-standing committees of the Institute and editor of the Chartered Accountant Journal. Earlier, as he being the vice president of the ICAI, he was the chairman of all the standing committees of the ICAI. He is a member ex officio in all non-standing committees of the ICAI and joint editor of the Chartered Accountant Journal. He is also director on the board of ICAI ARF, and he served on the board of XBRL India and its important committees, namely Taxonomy Development and Review Committee and Audit Committee. On the international front, he served as the chairman, Small and Medium Practices Committees of SAFA and technical advisor to Small and Medium Practices of ICAI. He was also on the board of SAFA for the year 2016 and 17, and also the technical advisor to the CAPA board. CAPA board had also appointed him as a member of the Professional Accounting Organization Development Committee of CAPA for the term 2016 and 19. He is also a director in ICAI Accounting Research Foundation, a Section 8 company which has been formed to undertake research projects. He is also one of the promoter directors of Indian Institute of Insolvency Professionals of ICAI. With this brief introduction, I thankful for every member of the committee member of the Ongole branch, and I'm handing over the chair to Mr. Moderator. Thank you, sir.
థ్యాంక్ యూ పవన్.
Thank you, sir.
సార్ దేవరాజ్ రెడ్డి గారు మీరు మాట్లాడచ్చు సార్.
Okay, thank you, Jagan. Thank you, Surya Pawan, for introduction.
Thank you, sir. నేను గుర్తున్నా అనుకుంటాను మీకు.
Recollecting you, I see now.
Thank you,
So,
sir.
the first person of the Ongole branch, K.Rajendra Prasad, ever smiling, and speaker today, Sriram, and other committee members, senior members, past chairmen, other delegates, seniors and junior brothers. Very good evening to all of you. The topic chosen by the Rajendra Prasad and his team, management, client management in C office. So are all managing. Then why has come client management in the C office now? Only to excel. What we are doing is perfect, whether we can improve, so that what we can. Friends, in life, this client management in C office, to manage properly, first individually we have to be better. We have to be best. We have to be very comfortable position. So management can be done by person at the same time in a good atmosphere. So Speaker Sriram is a versatile person and thorough knowledge and is a good trainer. Definitely will share a lot of thoughts. But introductory with my exposure, what I feel personally, everybody are managed, but only many times we feel this is not necessary, ignorance, laziness, and sometimes carelessness, or thinking that client is our person. This is the feelings which we are having. That's why we are not getting proper respect, commanding respect, and charging proper fees. Ultimately, what you manage, it should be good, so that clients should satisfy and should proper fees has to pay. See, many of us, most of all of us, who are doing best to the client. The information which is bringing is not at all perfect. We are making the information perfect. We are gathering information. We are advising to collect information, and we are doing best. But at the same time, we are unable to charge client required fees what we commanding. See, one thing I can say, CA is equal to a priest. Priest does all archana, puja, everything, and he prays for the benefit of the devotee who is going there. Ultimately, the devotee, when you want to pay darshan, he searches in the packet to see 10 rupees where it is there, or 100 rupees is there. But at the same time, outside band set, tax wala person, everybody will pay more amount. Even for his preparing foods, everything, guest dinner, he will prepare big hand way. But coming to payment, he will think the priest is not that much important, because the way he gives respect. Same way, we are more giving respect to client, saying that you are the best person, attending more him. We are not commanding respect. You have to keep a little bit distance. Even though closest friend, closest relative also is there. That is only outside the office. When coming to professional work, be sincere and see that the things which you want to be collected, properly collected. This collection should be done by a junior staff. Only final stage you have to come for verification. This is the more, even as junior CEO who is doing also, he should put his typist, computer operator, or some article training to collect the basic information. Before client, never open bank statement or some other data information. You should see the final papers only. Back office you can do, but before client, you have to discuss final things only. Then only this management may help you to command some respect. Before that, I think Sriram may be taking all these issues in a threadbare, or what is the idea is circulated, this management. One thing, when you want to manage, you have to be perfect. When you are perfect, then only you can do. Suppose you have to go to Tirupati for darshan. Not only the car which has to be perfect, but at the same time, you are also to be perfect. that late night you should sleep properly, you should have good food, morning you should have good bath, then only you can drive to Tirupati car properly. That means vehicle should be perfect, and at the same time you also should be comfort, energetic. So that's why in management of office, first is even though management of office is one, managing yourself is also most important. You should keep proper health, proper diet control, everything, and good dressing also. When you go in office, you should not be carelessly, casualistly. You should be very perfect. At the same time, office atmosphere also. See, always there should be a reception. Whoever is a known person is out there, your type, you should write in the inward register, so-and-so visited. Even he knows also you should write. You should take his phone number. So a procedure you are following. So then coming inside also, let majority of the clients should come now only on prior appointment. Don't give casual way walking. And at the same time, once again, I request, many of us are having a bad habit of discussing cricket, politics, or cinema activities. I request in the office, please be confined to your professional work only, so that the client will be serious, so that you can charge a reasonable fees. So that's why what I suggest, first you should feel you are perfect. You are best. Don't compare yourself to T.N. Manoharan or Bhupati or Girish Ahuja or somebody. See, they are meant for some other person. As a auditor in Ongole, the required client's requirement, you are the Manoharan, you are the Girish Ahuja. So you are having perfect knowledge. First, feel yourself you are having full knowledge. This is the most important for every CA profession. No, I studied not proper articles, or I completed CA, I am not having good clients, good experts. This is nothing. When you become a professional, it is enough for you to do everything. Only thing you have to take properly client facts, then analyze and go ahead. If there is some difference, some opinion is there, you can go to some other seniors and they can do it. So that's why whatever work any client comes, please accept. Even you are not doing also accept. You can engage some other professional colleague as a co-firm and you can take the work. So first management, most important, any works comes as CA should accept as it is. To accept this, your physical, mental, mind, everything should be perfect. So I request have a proper sleep, early sleep. Even those who are having habit of having small drink also, please confine such a way your drink complete before 9:30. By the time 10:30, you should go to bed, you should sleep. Morning 5:30, you should wake up and go have a small walk. Present days, the way pollution is there, Corona made us how life is a threat. So you should have a proper walking, not walking, good yoga. It is not the Modi mask. It is earlier also, it is there yoga. We are having many times yoga. Maybe Modi has propagated more. He made International Day of Yoga also. So at least we should have an awareness. Doing this, we can keep doctor away in many cases. So keeping good health, it helps you. And physical body is perfect and have a good path and family atmosphere also. Try to be balanced yourself and family. Then coming to office also, see the cordial relation with your staff, partners if you're having, so that the things go. Then your mind should be there. You should be perfect. See, there is a saying in Ram Vivekananda says, whatever you think that you will be. If you think yourself weak, weak you will be. If you think yourself strong, strong you will be. That's why you should feel, I am perfect, I can do anything. Definitely things will be done. Nobody is perfect. Everybody takes the facts, then we'll go through our books, we'll study, and even you can refer some seniors so that you can do the thing. That's why in management, whatever client comes, you should take. But second is your behavioral approach, your dressing, your way of language, your presentation, how to appear in the society. You should not go with road romeos or some other bad people. At the same time, when you are moving your character, honestly say your character should be perfect. Then only you can manage. Vivekananda says, in regarding your individual character, see if your character is proper, you command respect. Some, see, suppose in our houses also, in families, small functions, a senior member, he may not be having a big car, he may not having a big house, or his children may not be reading well also, but he's very decent, polite, and he will be talking very sweetly and good mannerism. We'll give high respect, not the rich person or not who has well dressed. Even in the ladies' functions also, maybe a girl, maybe beauty or somebody may having good dress. People flock to the other lady who is very gentle, who takes atmosphere very cordial and helps everybody. That person, that means that lady or gent, character is most important. This helps you even sometimes of difficulties also. Neither money, because this Vivekananda is a quote many times we have seen Ramakrishna Mat. Neither money pays, nor name, nor fame, nor learning. It is character that can cleave through admin walls of difficulties. That means even difficulties times also, if your character is perfect, then it will be. Same way here in profession also, if you are doing well, decently, good dress, speaking well, not speaking bad about others, and the moment you build up your character such a way, the client feels he is the person whom I want to consult. A person who comes to consult you, you should satisfy your feeling, your atmosphere, everything. Then definitely what you are giving, it goes to him, he feels comfort. Then because considering all these efforts, definitely will give some reasonable fees or professional charges will be able to charge. That's why, friends, you have to be very perfect in your individual decent behavior. As I said, as a chartered accountant, you are always a chartered, even outside or inside office, everywhere you should be very decent. You should not go, even if having small habits of, because as a human being, you may be doing small habits of, maybe in Andhra side, I'm seeing playing cards, or sometimes they're having something. Confide to your close friends. Don't go open and everywhere. This is not required. Even this is the most important for the family prestige also. Wherever you're having some weaknesses, which as the age-wise permit, go with your age people. A person of 40 years should not go to 20 years person. In your equal age, you have to go. And the language which you are using in taking the drinks and games is very decent. These all build up a character. This gives a long way. A person who has, even I give a small example, where you are having a small relaxation, a festival of playing cards. When you are having a playing cards adding, and the language which you use, if it is vulgar or something wrong, maybe observing that somebody says he's an auditor, why not you? Oh, that fellow is idiot, what he's speaking, I've seen that day. So always you should be cautious, your behavioral approach, your character. Behavioral is a part of character. All these, and then you do, people will not consider you. This is the most important for managing your office. Your individuality management is most important. If individual are perfect, the way you are dressing, everything is important. Even in the office also, your staff, high discipline, and again time management. If you give a time some time, you should be there, that time you should be there. Even in completing work, oh, sorry, your work is over. I'm having, even though you are not having work also, don't engage in speaking cinema, or now Andhra is very hot button. How they can move on to be helped in financial support. So no chartered accountant be able to finance this government, how to manage finances. Otherwise, we have to learn how to advise our clients finance management from this government, how they do. Maybe within 4 months, we'll be knowing how they are managing. That may be a great knowledge for all of us to learn how to help. Jokingly, I'm putting. So very pathetic position, the way the government is doing. As educators, we're all failed to understand, and nobody, there many chartered accountants are there. But Vijay Sai Reddy is also a big chartered accountant. But I don't know what's their plan, what their idea. Even everybody is laughing. See, that state we are belonging, that is the position, and we being a chartered accountants. So at least they should call and take some people, how is it happening, what is the things that are happening. Very unfortunate thing. That type of management, we should not have any chartered accountant. Friends, so, and again I tell, in this management, individual character is the most important. If you are proper, perfect, your partners, your juniors, everybody will listen you properly. So even generally I will quote in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna's one point, Yadhyata charate sreshta tatta devetaro janaha sat yat pramanam kurute lokastadanvata. The elders, the noble, what they follow, down the people will follow. If you do very disciplined, proper dressing, proper talking, proper seriousness in the work, your junior staff will do. Same thing if you do, your client also will follow. I am going to my auditor, what information I should take, bank passbook, LIC, everything I should take. My accountant should be carried, information should be taken. Any loopholes are there, I should correct properly. Then you should take it. So when you have a proper individuality, that is character, and your atmosphere is there, the client who is coming to you also, he will feel, I should go seriously, I should take with all information. You should not say, I'm standing before saying that, sir, I'm having some other bank account. You should see that by the time client coming, you should give a proper information to you. Even now, anyway, now technology is improved. Please kindly make a chart, what are the information you want to have from your clients. See that it has to be properly brought so that you can take it. That's why what I personally feel. Your individual management is most important to manage your office. In turn, you can manage that client. Then ultimately, technology development, technology upgradation, subject upgradation, it is inevitable. And I'm happy across the country, 165 branches we are having yearly. Always there are, everywhere there are seminars, conferences, study groups, workshops, everything is happening. Even pandemic take off. Everybody are conducting Zoom meetings also properly, effectively, irrespective of the branch capacity. So this is why encouraging every member are developing their knowledge skills. Friends, in this angle, only thing which I want to share you, please update your professional skills. Technology is update. Any senior members are there, you are unable to update your skills, please have a junior person as a partner. And I request juniors also, by the time you join practice, you are concentrating your examination only, you are not having proper client management. Hello, I request to join some senior partners 3-4 years so that how to speak to client, how to go department. Fortunately for juniors, one blessing point is that Modi government has brought this e-assessments, faceless assessments. So because of faceless assessment, some trouble of going to department, dealing with the people, that experience not required. But the presentation, how to make the facts, how to present client issues, still you have to learn the client. Even to charging the fees also you have to charge client, how to charge you shared from the seniors. So that's why, see, we are completely different class from advocates, doctors. If you are a doctor, first fees has to be paid, then only you are allowed to go inside. Advocate also, the initial speaking itself, only if you want to go court for hearing, he will take the fees. If they only chartered accountant, we charge fees only in the middle or in the end only. That's why my sincere request to all the members, our behavioral approach, our character, our office management, our delivery of service. Some phone calls are coming. My request, it is a lot of conscious effort should be there from your side. Second, one more thing I will tell you. So you are all now, we are having everybody computer. A computer is a hardware. For that, a good software is required. Same way, if you compare, entire office is in hardware. Individually, you are the So individually, you and your team is the software. So unless until we are perfect in every way, physically, mentally, and atmosphere-wise with knowledge, then only we can take it. This is the only small thing which I want to share you. So friends, do yourself better way and do everything. One thing, you have to stita prajna. Individually, you should, whatever issues are there. Suppose some client says, sir, you don't know this thing. Sir, you are told this way. You should be very balanced way. Things I am doing, maybe it is overlooked, I will do it. Never say I don't know, I will. So I am looking after this, let me study properly, then I will tell. This is the one of the things, small techniques, which we have to observe, which I am practicing. With this, I wish all the members who are attending this Zoom a very fruitful feast end of the speaker's speech, and definitely will benefit. This definitely enlighten you. More or less, which I feel ultimately, it is you who have to manage. So this management, knowledge may be different. Knowledge, need not worry. Many times I tell the students also, every boy, every girl standing before mirror, they feel that I am good looking, beautiful. A girl feels I am equal to that hero or heroine. But small thing may be a deviation. Same way, each professional member should feel my knowledge is perfect. I am correct. Only thing is maybe a difference will be there. Don't compare with some senior, some other Hyderabad fellow, Bombay fellow. Even BCCI people, everybody, every society says BCCI very famous. What is BCCI famous? One case they are taking minutely, they are studying, they are saying this best study paper they are presenting. Same way, we are not having that type of client, that type of work, that type of situation. Otherwise, we can do better than them. That's why, friends, my sincere request, let us have confidence and trust on your skills, on your physical ability, on your office atmosphere. At the same time, keep it in order way, pleasant way, and see that a proper cordial relation with the staff or any partner is there with you. They should have trust on you, mutual respect should be there. Then the office can deliver a lot to the client. That itself is a management which helps. Ultimately, whatever you are doing, how we can charge, how best we can is the most important. So this it will happen when we are doing well perfectly. With this, I wish all the best, all the delegates here. Sriram, I think I'm seeing after 10 years you. There is a lot of variation, but still more maturity, wisdom is appearing in your face.
Thank you, sir.
So, and I congratulate Rajendra, Prasad, Jagan Mohan. They followed so much for the last 2 days, sir. You have to be here. So whatever I hear, so what I feel generally, I will. At the last time, I will tell you. let us pay, not the silence way, let us in heart feel many of our members, it's kind of pandemic, corona issue, anybody expired on different places. Even chairman, I request you to put 1 minute silence condolation this way. Ongole branch is going to express. I leave to the chairman. I forgot to inform at the beginning. Now also in the middle or back end when your vote of thanks also request are beginning some condolence for all the members, particularly on our 2 states who are expected a small 1 minute silence also may be good. Friends, and another one point which I want to share. Present political system, what is going on, very damagingly it is happening. So ultimately, maybe at least we should not be silent. In a train, we should not sit about train. Our berth is high. Adjacent berth is firing or some other coach is happening, it may be damage for us also. Now industry is suffering. Now business people are suffering. It may extend to us also. That's why wherever caution is there, let us educate our clients. Because why the reason is, all your 250 what I don't know, 175 MLAs are, one or the other is an altar for somebody. So whoever your MLA or minister is an altar, please kindly, friendly atmosphere, make them awareness, let them think what is happening. So let them help the society. Not only these, those who are defeated MLAs are also, every politician, I'm not saying who elected. So they are taking everything as a business. Ultimately, they can't reach anything. So let them, society also same thing. So if everybody, at least 50% of their time instead of business, let them think they care for servicing the society, not for next time elections or for their children. This thing, as a educated chartered accountants, we're having accessibility. Every politician, maybe from MLA, not only MLA, minister, chief minister, we're having even president, local MP, TPCs, also all our clients only. Let them, whenever chit chat time, a little bit advice to them to think of the people. It helps a lot. This is also our duty to the society. Last but not the least, we are Telugu people, our language, our everything. We should not forget. Government has spread national language so many 60. So our mother is effect. We should not leave it. Serious. Hello? Hello?
Sir, Vinbison, sir, you can continue, sir.
See, our mother tongue is most important. Whatever is there, even because ultimately now present government said the Telugu medium, some issues is coming. It is now we came to know our children whether we made them to read Telugu. See, what government says is different. If you take our people, everybody we put in English medium only, and they read only English. Some people they are taking Sanskrit, some people taking French, but to get more marks. Ultimately, our children who are studied, they don't know Telugu how to read newspaper also. This is a very burning issue. Let us make cautiously see that people, everybody, at least our children, everybody, how to read Telugu. Let us have some Pedapal Shisha, something. I'm not going to government, but start from our place properly to read Telugu. If I can't see, as a president, I visited past president, I visited nearly 60 countries, G7 countries, Australia, Malaysia. All there, they're having Telugu people, their children can. So they read Bhagavad Gita, Vishnu Sahasranam, everything very perfect Telugu is there. So at least and some people, my nearest relatives, I feel shy. They say my daughter doesn't know how to read, but she can speak. They take as a prestige. Please kindly see that many of the senior members, maybe grandfathers also, let your children at least call you as Tata, Nanama. Let them call as Amma, Nana. Whoever call Mummy, Daddy, let us avoid. Start from beginning here. This is a very big change is required at present days to learn the mother tongue. It is not only Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, everywhere. Otherwise, we cannot understand our Samskriti, Acharas, which is there. సో అందుకని మీ అందరినీ నేను తెలుగులో రిక్వెస్ట్ చేసామంటే మన తెలుగు భాష అభివృద్ధికి ప్రతి ఒక్కరూ వీలైనంత వరకు మనము మన ఇంట్లో ఇప్పుడు మీకంతా మనమళ్ళు ఉంటాడు, మనమరాళ్ళు ఏ దేశాల్లో ఉన్నారు, ఇక్కడ ఉన్నారు, వాళ్ళందరికీ తెలుగు పెద్దవాళ్ళు శిక్షించి తెలుగు అక్షరాలు వచ్చేట్టు తెలుగు న్యూస్ పేపర్ చదివే ప్రయత్నం చేస్తూ వచ్చే ఫ్యూచర్లలో గవర్నమెంట్ కు మన అధికారులు కూడా విలువ చేస్తూ తెలుగు భాష అభివృద్ధికి తమిళియన్స్ లాగా, ఈరోజు తమిళియన్స్ ఎక్కడున్నా గౌరవంగా తమిళ్లో మాట్లాడతారు, మన తెలుగు వాళ్ళు మనం తెలుగులో మాట్లాడలేము. కాబట్టి తెలుగు భాష అభివృద్ధికి మనమంతా చార్టర్డ్ అకౌంటెంట్స్ గా మన భాష సోషల్ రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీ, కార్పొరేట్ సోషల్ రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీ సిఎస్ఆర్, ఆ విధంగా ప్రొఫెషనల్ సోషల్ రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీ సిఎస్ఆర్ లాగా పిఎస్ఆర్ లాగా తెలుగు భాష అభివృద్ధికి మనం ప్రయత్నం చేస్తూ తెలుగు భాష అట్లీస్ట్ అది ముందు మన ఇళ్లలో రావాలా. మన పిల్లల్లో మన భార్య మన బిడ్డలు తెలుగు రాకపోతే తెలుగులో చదివేదానికి, తెలుగులో ప్రియమైన భర్త గారికి ప్రియమైన భార్య గారికి రాసే పదాలు వచ్చేట్లు మనం తెలుగు భాష నేర్పించాలని మిమ్మల్ని అందరినీ కోరుతా. ఈవెన్ శ్రీకృష్ణదేవరాయలు చెప్పాడు, భాషలందు తెలుగు భాష లెస్సాన్ అనేవాడు. అటువంటి తెలుగు భాష ఈవెన్ మన భారతము రామాయణం ఇవన్నీ మీకు అర్థం కావాలన్నా కూడా ఇంగ్లీష్లో అర్థం కాదు. ఈరోజు చాలా మంది ఇంగ్లీషు రాదు, తెలుగు రాదు. ఇంగ్లీషు బతుకు తెరుకే కానీ మీకు ప్రవృత్తిగా మానవాళికి మంచి అభివృద్ధిలోకి రావాలంటే తెలుగు భాష ఎంతో అవసరం వస్తుంది. కాబట్టి ఈ తెలుగు భాష అభివృద్ధికి ఏ విధంగా చేయాలనేది మీరు పరస్పరం మీ కుటుంబాల్లో ఇళ్లలో ఉన్నప్పుడు మాట్లాడి ఫ్రెండ్స్ మిత్రులు చేస్తూ భాషను చదువుకుంటా వీలైనంత వరకు తెలుగు ఇళ్లలో మాట్లాడుతూ వస్తాం. ఇంగ్లీష్ ఓన్లీ జస్ట్ కమ్యూనికేషన్. అదే హిందీ వాళ్ళు చూడండి, నార్త్ ఇండియా వాళ్ళు హిందీనే మాట్లాడతారు. తమిళనాడు కర్మకాలి మనం తెలుగు భాష వాళ్ళు మనం తెలుగును వదిలేస్తున్నాం. కాబట్టి నా రిక్వెస్ట్, మనం అన్ని వదిలేసాం. మెడ్రాస్ నుంచి కర్నూలుకి వచ్చాం, కర్నూలు నుంచి హైదరాబాద్కి వచ్చాం, హైదరాబాద్ నుంచి అమరావతికి పోయినాం, అమరావతి నుంచి ఎక్కడికి పోతున్నారో మనకే తెలియదు. ఇటువంటి పరిస్థితుల్లో భాషను కాపాడుకుంటే మనకి ఏదైనా మంచి ఉపయోగపడుతుంది. కాబట్టి మిత్రులారా, ఈ మీటింగ్ లో చీఫ్ గెస్ట్ గా నేను మాట్లాడడంలో శ్రీరామ్ సబ్జెక్ట్ మాట్లాడిన చీఫ్ గెస్ట్ గా ఏదో ఒక విశేషమైన విషయం చెప్పాలి. కాబట్టి మనం ఏది మర్చిపోతున్నామో, క్యాపిటల్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ కాదు, భాష ఇంపార్టెంట్. క్యాపిటల్ ఏది పెట్టినా మనకి ఏం కాదు, ఏమైనా అవుతుంది. భాష మనం సరిగా నేర్చుకుంటే అభివృద్ధికి పోయేదానికి ఆలోచించాలా. దీంట్లో మనం చదువుకున్నాను, ది బెస్ట్ క్రీమ్ ఆఫ్ ద కంట్రీ, బెస్ట్ స్ట్రీమ్ ఆఫ్ ద చార్ట్ అకౌంట్స్ అనుకునే వాళ్ళము. మనం కూడా ఒక సొసైటీని కూడా ఆలోచిస్తూ మన ఎంతసేపు మన సీఏ ప్రొఫెషన్, మన భార్య బిడ్డలే కాకుండా దేశానికి రాష్ట్రానికి మనం ఏ విధంగా అడ్వైజ్ చేయొచ్చు. అంటే వెంటనే పోయి ఎలక్షన్లో నిలబడమని కాదు నా ఉద్దేశం. మనకుండే పాలిటీషియన్స్ దగ్గర మనం కొంత అడ్వైజ్ ఇవి ఇస్తూ మనకు వచ్చిన క్లయింట్స్ ఏ విధంగా చేయాలనే పద్ధతి మనం ఆలోచిస్తూ వస్తే, నెక్స్ట్ మన సర్టిఫికేషన్, ఈ కార్పొరేషన్ అన్ని మనమే సర్టిఫికేట్లు చేస్తున్నాం, ఎక్కడెక్కడ తప్పులు ఉన్నాయి చూసే వాళ్ళకి అడ్వైజ్ చేస్తూ సూక్ష్మంగా కొంచెం చేసుకుంటూ మనం ఎథిక్స్ ఫాలో అవుతే డెఫినెట్లీ మన వంతు కాంట్రిబ్యూషన్ సొసైటీకి మనం చేస్తాం. సార్ నేను చేసేదాంతో సొసైటీ బాగవుతుంది అంటే అది 100% తప్పు. ఈ విధంగా భీష్ముడు ద్రోణాచార్యుడు కౌరవ సభలో ద్రౌపదిని అవమానిస్తుంటే సైలెంట్ గా ఉన్నారు కాబట్టి శ్రీకృష్ణుడు వాళ్ళిద్దరికి శిక్ష చేశారు. చావులేని ద్రోణాచార్యుడు, స్వతహాగా తనంతకు తానే చదువుతున్న ద్రోణాచార్యుడు, తనంతకు తానే చదివిన భీష్మాచార్యుడు కూడా వాళ్ళు చేసిన చిన్న పొరపాటుకు మౌనంగా ఉండేవాడు. తెలివైనవాడు, న్యాయం చెప్పేవాడు మౌనంగా ఉండేది కూడా ఆ పాపంగా వాళ్ళు ఇద్దరు భరించారు. ఇంకా పని చేయడం అనేది ఈవెన్ పూర్తి ఇప్పుడు చెప్తుంటా, రాముడు కట్టే వారధికి పూర్తి ఎంతో ఏమి సాధించలేదు, అయినా ఓరవ ఇటు చేసింది. ఇసుకలు అటు ఇటు మాడి ఆ తాము వస్తే బ్రిడ్జ్ కట్టేదానికి ఉపయోగపడింది. సేమే మనము చార్ట్ అకౌంటెంట్ గా దేశము రాష్ట్రానికి, అది ఇది ఒక రాష్ట్రానికి అన్ని రాష్ట్రాల్లో దరిద్రం తయారైంది, దేశంలోనే అభివృద్ధి. దీనికి మన వంతు ఏదైనా మనం చేయగలిగితే అది యాడ్ చేస్తే అది ఇప్పుడు కాకపోయినా ఓ రోజు కొడుతుంది. ఎట్లా అంటే సముద్రం అంతా కూడా చిన్న చినుకుల్లాగానే మన మంచితనము సొసైటీ కలుషితాన్ని క్లీన్ చేసేదానికి పనికిరా వస్తుంది. ఇది మన వంతకు మనం ఆలోచించి ఏ విధంగా సహకరించగలమో చేయగలిగితే మానవాళికి మన జన్మకు కూడా ఒక ధర్మత వస్తుంది. విత్ దిస్ మీ అందరికీ మన తెలుగులోనే కన్క్లూడ్ చేయాలనుకున్నాను. నా హృదయపూర్వక శుభాకాంక్షలు చెప్తూ తప్పకుండా కరోనా నుంచి మనమంతా బయటపడి కుటుంబాలన్నీ దెబ్బతిన్న వాళ్ళందరూ కూడా ఆ మెమరీస్ నుంచి బయటపడి ముందుకు వస్తూ మనం కూడా ముందుకు పోతూ సొసైటీలో అభివృద్ధికి రావచ్చు. ఆ నమ్మకం కూడా నాకుంది. ఎందుకంటే చైనాను ఒక పెనుదూపంలా దెయ్యంలాగా చూస్తున్నారు కాబట్టి ఇండస్ట్రియలైజేషన్ అంతా మన భారతదేశం ఈ సైడ్ వస్తుంది కాబట్టి మన భారతీయ పౌరులు మన తీసుకున్న మన సిఏ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ లో దగ్గర 36 ఫారిన్ చాప్టర్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఇవి చాప్టర్స్ ఉండే సిఎల్ అంతా కూడా ఇప్పుడు ఈ రోజుల్లో హెల్మ్ ఆఫ్ ది అఫైర్స్ లో ఉన్నారు కాబట్టి చాలా వరకు ఇండియాలో పెట్టుబడికి ఇండియాలోనికి అవకాశాన్ని ఇస్తున్నారు కాబట్టి సిఏ ప్రొఫెషన్ ఇండియా అభివృద్ధి ఉంది, ఆటోమేటిక్ గా అభివృద్ధి అయినప్పుడు చార్ట్ అకౌంటెంట్ అభివృద్ధి వస్తుంది. తెలుగులో ఒక సామెత ఉంది, ప్రతి వ్యక్తి ఎన్నుకున్న ఒక స్త్రీ అదృష్ట శక్తి ఉంది అని. అదే విధంగా ప్రతి బిజినెస్ వేపిస్తున్న ఒక చార్ట్ అకౌంట్ ఉంటాడు. ఆ చార్ట్ అకౌంట్ ఇంకా మంచి పవర్ఫుల్ గా చేయాలంటే అప్డేషన్ ఆఫ్ నాలెడ్జ్, సబ్జెక్ట్ అప్డేషన్, టెక్నాలజీ ఉండటమే కాకుండా ఇప్పుడు శ్రీరామ్ చెప్పి ఈ ఆఫీస్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ కూడా మనకి ఎంతో సహకరిస్తుంది. ఇవన్నీ చేసుకుని మేము ముందుకు పోతే డెఫినెట్లీ మన ఇంటికి, మన ఆఫీసుకు, మన కుటుంబానికి, మన రాష్ట్రానికి, దేశానికి, మానవాళికి మన సహాయం అనేది అందుతుంది. సహాయం అనేది ఏ విధంగా ఉంటుంది అనేది మనం చెప్పలేము. మామూలు చెట్టు ఎవరు నాటుతారో, పండ్లు ఎవరు తింటారో, నీడు ఎవరు తీసుకుంటారో తెలియదు. అదే విధంగా మనం చేసే సహాయం మనకే కావాలని అనుకోకుండా సొసైటీకి మనం సహకరిస్తాము. ఏజ్ అయిపోయింది, ఇప్పుడు నేను ఇన్కమ్ ట్యాక్స్ నేర్చుకోవాలా, ఈ టైం అయిపోయింది నేను కీబోర్డ్స్ పట్టుకోవాలా అనకుండా ప్రతి ఒక్కరు నేర్చుకుంటూ నేను అప్డేషన్ కావాలని ఆశిస్తూ తప్పకుండా వెంకటేశ్వర స్వామి ఆశీస్సులు మనకు ఉంటాయి, అభివృద్ధిలోకి ముందుకు పోతాము అని ఆశిస్తూ అందరినీ మంచిగా భవిష్యత్తు ఉంటుందని ఆశిస్తున్నాను. My best wishes once again to Rajendra Prasad and his team, and my good wishes to Sriram, who is going to take up the session అది మేబీ ద ఎర్లియస్ట్. థ్యాంక్ యూ వన్ అండ్ ఆల్. మీ అందరికీ నా అభినందనలు.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్. మీరు మాకు చాలా గర్వకారణం. ఈ యొక్క తెలుగు గడ్డ మీద పుట్టి ఢిల్లీ దాకా ఈ యొక్క తెలుగు జాతి గౌరవాన్ని పెంపొందించారు. సాంప్రదాయబద్ధంగా కండువా వేసుకొని వచ్చారు ఈ మీటింగ్ కి. చాలా సంతోషం. మీ 35 సంవత్సరాల అనుభవాన్ని 15 నిమిషాల్లో చక్కగా వివరించారు. చాలా పాయింట్స్ చెప్పారు. చాలా సంతోషం సార్. థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్. నౌ ఓవర్ టు మోడరేటర్.
Thank you, sir. Now I request CA Turga Lakshmi Srujana to introduce today's celebrity speaker, Sri JVC Sriram garu.
అందరికీ నమస్కారం అండి. నా పేరు తురగా లక్ష్మీ సృజన. I am glad to introduce JVC Sriram garu. JVC Sriram is the founder and CEO of Aura Leadership Foundation, which was established in March 2000 with a mission to inspire, empower, and energize people to produce peak performances. He runs his operations in Asia, Europe, USA, and Africa. JVC Sriram is a best-selling author, international motivational speaker, political strategist and commentator, distinguished TV panelist, and corporate training guru. He has been a strategic consultant for companies across the sectors such as FMCG, manufacturing, pharma, and healthcare, IT and ITES, banking, hospitality, agriculture, gaming, retail, and several others. He has been retained by top-notch global corporates to build world-class sales teams, and he has developed path-breaking training models such as BTOPS, leadership, winning in selling, no for service, beyond your comfort zone, and etc. Sriram has trained several CEOs, top managers, chartered accountants, senior doctors, police officers, IT professionals, management professionals from top business schools and other across 3 continents. He has trained over 10,000 CAs in India, Dubai, and Europe. He is also a social worker and is a trustee of 2 charitable trusts engaged in providing support for education to underprivileged children. Very much inspired, sir, by knowing about you. And we welcome Sriram garu to the meeting.
Namaste, Andy. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Andy. And most importantly, I think it is a matter of great pride that we have our senior most person from 2 Telugu-speaking states, Shri Devaraja Reddy garu. Devaraja Reddy garu, I know him since 2003. అప్పుడు ఆయన SIRC మెంబర్గా ఉన్నారు. అప్పుడే నేను హైదరాబాద్ బ్రాంచ్లో వచ్చినాను. అక్కడి నుంచి ఆయన ఈ వెంట్ ఆన్ టు బికమ్ ద SIRC చైర్మన్. తర్వాత ఆయన వైస్ ప్రెసిడెంట్. ఆయన వెంటనే ఐ డోంట్ నో ఇట్ వాస్ కోఇన్సిడెన్స్ ఆర్ నాట్, నేను కూడా ఆ రోజు హైదరాబాద్ నుంచి ఢిల్లీకి వెళ్ళినాను. సార్ కూడా ఆ రోజే అదే ఫ్లైట్ లో వచ్చినారు. సో ఐ గాట్ అన్ ఆపర్చునిటీ టు కంగ్రాచులేట్ హిమ్ అండ్ ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ సో మెనీ టైమ్స్ ఐ థింక్ ఈజ్ ద ప్రైడ్ ఆఫ్ తెలుగు స్పీకింగ్ స్టేట్స్ బికాస్ ఇన్ని సంవత్సరంలో ఫ్రమ్ ద స్టేట్స్ ఆఫ్ తెలంగాణ అండ్ ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్, ద ఫస్ట్ ప్రెసిడెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ ఆఫ్ చార్టర్డ్ అకౌంటెంట్స్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా, ద వరల్డ్స్ ప్రీమియర్ అకౌంటింగ్ బాడీ, దానికి మన స్టేట్ నుంచి ప్రెసిడెంట్ అయినందుకు ఈ రోజు ఆయన మన ప్రోగ్రామ్ కు చీఫ్ గెస్ట్ గా వచ్చినందుకు చాలా సంతోషం సార్. వెరీ వెరీ హ్యాపీ టు బి బ్లెస్డ్ బై యూ on this occasion.
Sriram, I'm regretting we traveled same flight. Thank you.
Yeah. I just wanted to recall, when you became the vice president, we traveled together on that flight.
Thank you. Very good memory you made me.
Thank you, sir. ఏంటంటే సార్ చెప్పిన లాగా ఐ థింక్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ థింగ్స్ ఆర్ ప్రాక్టికలీ ఆయన చెప్పినారు. ఈ స్పోక్ సో మెనీ థింగ్స్ అబౌట్ ప్రాక్టికల్ ఇష్యూస్ అండ్ మోర్ దెన్ ఎనీథింగ్ ఈజ్ అ వెరీ సీనియర్ చార్టర్డ్ అకౌంటెంట్ అండ్ హి హస్ టచ్డ్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ పాయింట్స్. ఇప్పుడు ఏంటంటే నేను మన అందరికీ కోవిడ్ ఫస్ట్ డే వచ్చినప్పుడు ఐ వాంటెడ్ టు రైట్ అ బుక్. ఏంటంటే లాక్డౌన్ అయింది. నేను కెన్యా నుంచి 22nd వచ్చినాను, 20th వచ్చినాను, March 20th లాస్ట్ ఫ్లైట్ తీసుకొని ఇక్కడ వచ్చినాను. వచ్చిన వెంటనే ఈలాగా ఒకటి వీ హ్యావ్ నాట్ సీన్ సంథింగ్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ కైండ్. మనం ఒక లాస్ట్ 1 centuryలో సంథింగ్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ కైండ్, హ్యూమన్ టు హ్యూమన్ ట్రాన్స్మిషన్, this kind of lockdown. So at that time I decided that I should not be keeping quiet. And one thing which we can do is to watch Amazon and Netflix. Inka okati ilaga oka pedda vishayamo, adi manchi vishayama chedda vishayama, entante I really believe that God does not give anything to us which is unfavorable. There is a purpose behind everything. At the end of the day, at this point in time it might look very bad. Bhagavad Gita కురుక్షేత్ర వార్లే జరిగింది. During the time of war, everybody must have thought that it is one of the most worst thing which can happen, because ఎవరికి war, poor and nobody likes war. But at the end of the day, because of the Kurukshetra war, you've got Bhagavad Gita. And I think every chartered accountant must have got a copy of Bhagavad Gita, even if he has not got from anybody else, from our Devaraja Reddy garu. Okay, I have already got at least around 5 to 6 books on the Nadigara. Sir, eppudu GMCS kappudu nen faculty undatappudu he will come. ఎవరో చెప్పినారు తిరుపతి లడ్డు అండ్ భగవద్ గీత, ఇది రెండు అందరు చార్టెడ్ అకౌంటెంట్స్ కు విల్ కమ్ ఫ్రమ్ దేవరాజ్ రెడ్డి గారు. ఓకే, సో అందుకోసమే రాసినాను. ఆ టైంలో నేను ఫస్ట్ ఐ వాంటెడ్ టు ఇంటర్వ్యూ చార్టెడ్ అకౌంటెంట్స్, బికాస్ సమ్వేర్ ఆర్ అదర్ చార్టెడ్ అకౌంటెంట్స్ were somebody whom I have been associated with for a very long time, although I'm not a chartered accountant, which all of you must be knowing. So when we were doing research, when we were speaking to various people, including from big four, small, accountants, you can't call them as small accountants, smaller firms, service employees and all. One thing which came out very clearly, for a long time, finance professionals, I'm not even talking about accounting professionals, finance professionals, location played a very important role. When I say location played a very important role, internationally, if you have to become a great finance or an accounting professional, you must be in Manhattan Islands in New York. Akkade dabbu undi antaru. Those of you who had been or seen, okay, Manhattan Islands, Wall Street, akkade investment bankers, dabbu akkade undi. Lekapothe you must be in London, which is the financial capital of Europe, or Hong Kong, or India lo unte, Bombay lo unte, meeku chala, you will have access to corporate companies, corporate, from the banks, all the banks headquarters are located in Mumbai. Almost all the corporate companies headquarters are located in Mumbai. So a location advantage was always there, particularly for an accounting professional. If you are not in that particular location, you didn't have that kind of advantage. But this COVID and after effect of COVID, because ippudu kuda chaala mandaru manamu lockdown, work from home ante paristhiti. I'm seeing a few of you probably sitting in your office, but chaala mandaru companies, I see somebody sitting in Infosys at the background. I'm sure he must be working from home at this point in time. Okay, Sesha Kumar must be telling that he must be working from home only. So what is this COVID has done is, లొకేషన్ అడ్వాంటేజే పోయింది. ఇప్పుడు మీకు ఇప్పుడు చాలా నాలెడ్జ్ ఉంది. ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ ఏబుల్ టు ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అ ప్రాజెక్ట్, ఇఫ్ యు హ్యావ్ ఎక్స్పర్టైజ్ అండ్ కాంపిటెన్సీ. ఇప్పుడు కొన్ని నిమిషాల ముందు మనం దేవరాజ రెడ్డి గారు చెప్పినారు, మీకు ఆ నాలెడ్జ్ లేకపోతే కూడా ప్రాజెక్ట్ తీసుకోండి, ఏంటంటే నాలెడ్జ్ ఉన్న వాళ్ళు మీరు అవుట్ సోర్స్ చేసుకోవచ్చును, అదే చెప్పినారు సార్. అంతే. సో ఇప్పుడు ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ దట్ కాంపిటెన్సీ ఆర్ ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ నెట్వర్క్ అండ్ కనెక్షన్, సార్ ఇంగ్లీష్ విల్ బి హెల్ప్ఫుల్. ఓకే, ఫైన్, నో ప్రాబ్లం. సో ఐ హ్యావ్ నో ప్రాబ్లం, ఐ కెన్ స్పీక్ ఇంగ్లీష్, so any language is okay with me. So what happens is the location advantage has got out of the window. Today I know of a chartered accountant, I don't want to name, a chartered accountant who is in Udupi, a small town called Udupi. He is creating an infrastructure, he is creating a model, very small town, temple town. Udupi is chapte, if it say Udupi, the only thing which will come to mind is the Krishna temple, and more importantly the food. And the best food you will get it in, you don't have to pay a single pie. You can have darshan of Lord Krishna and you can eat wholesome food where you cannot get, that kind of good food you can't get anywhere else. And what he is telling is, cryptocurrency somewhere or other will be regulated, sir, in India. India cannot be lagging behind. But when the cryptocurrency gets regularized, when the cryptocurrency regulator comes into picture, compliance comes into picture, there will not be many chartered accountants in India who will be in a position to provide solutions from day one. So I have made enough and more research that The moment the cryptocurrency is recognized by the government of India, the entire country will be looking at me. Where is he sitting? He's not sitting in Mumbai. He's not sitting in Gurgaon. He's sitting in a small town called Udupi. So what is this thing which has done? COVID-19. COVID-19 has provided an extraordinary opportunity for a chartered accountant because location advantage has gone out of the window. You can sit in Singara and Gonda. If you got a good internet connections, you got a good laptop, you got access to everything, then you will be in a position to dictate to the world because you have the knowledge. This was not there a few years back. Few years back, for everything and anything, you have to travel. So that is the kind of change which we are witnessing and we are going to witness. So why I started off with this is because the way practice itself is being done is going to go through a dramatic change. A lot of vouching, manual operations, what you have been doing 5-6 years back, in the next 2-3 years time, everything will be replaced by artificial intelligence. Already Sir Chepinar, he said faceless. Taxation itself is going to become faceless, where you do not even have to interact with an ITO, income tax officer, because everything will be interacted, you'll be interacting with a robot. So in this situation, the entire gambit of the CA practice and the CA profession is going through a change. In this context, let us look at a few things. Because today we are planning to speak about few aspects. Number one is client management. When I say client management, there are two things which are important in client management. One is client acquisition, another is client retention. Client acquisition is the way you are going to acquire the client. How are you going to acquire the client? And most people, because I'm the only faculty for ICAI RVO. RVO, you must be knowing, Registered Values Organization. And whenever somebody completes the valuation course, they go through my course. And I take them through how to develop their business. In that only, I'm going to share a few things. Moment I see any chartered accountant today, the first thing they complain is, sir, we cannot advertise. Others can advertise. If I go to United Kingdom, which is true also, if you land in London, you take out your baggage and come out, the first hoarding and billboard which you will see, like how you see Chennai silks in many of the towns, South India Shopping Mall, you will see the hoarding and advertisement. Likewise, you will see the advertisement of Deloitte, you will see the advertisement of Grant Thornton. If you open the yellow pages, you will see the big advertisements of them, and immediately people ask me why. I tell them, this is something which the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, I actually commend them. I actually, not being a member, but I would like to appreciate the fact that the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India has ensured that there are strict compliances so that ethics and principles are followed. Because otherwise it will become like a rat race. Otherwise it will become an unequal race where you will not see chartered accountants in rural areas. Correct me if I'm wrong. It will be very difficult. But within the constraints of the code of ethics, code of conduct, would we be in a position to acquire clients, which is a very important thing for a chartered accountant today. So client acquisition is something which I would like to speak. The only way by means of which you have been acquiring client is through word of mouth. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you want to use chat box, you can use the chat box. What is the word of mouth? You gave services to one person. That person liked your service. That person referred you to somebody else. And through that, you got the file. Is that true or not, madam? Is that true or not, sir? Okay. Your friend came to know that you are a chartered accountant. Your friend's friend was starting a company. He wanted to incorporate a new company. Your friend immediately called you and told you that there is so and so, and why don't you go and speak to this gentleman? He needs your services, or he will call you. Most of the times he will call you. This is basically called the word of mouth. So we are going to look at the first thing. Number two, which is even more important, is managing the client. In fact, I will have to give you an example here. One valuation group, there were around 35 valuers who were there, and I don't know for whatever reason, they also included me in that WhatsApp group. They wanted some suggestions in terms of practice, so they included me. I was a very silent spectator. You will not believe me, this is in Hyderabad. These are people who are from Hyderabad, Indore, Surat. There is a company in Hyderabad which has got a list of all the registered valuers in Hyderabad, and they've got the email address of all the valuers, and they sent a mail to all the valuers that this is the scope of the project. This is what is the project you have to undertake. This is the valuation report which we expect from you. It is a private limited company. And finally, it is mentioned, for this particular service, the fees which we propose to pay is not more than 8,200 rupees. Whoever is interested, please contact us. Now, immediately they came and asked me. One of them came and asked me, sir, what is this nonsense, sir? 8,200 rupees. How do we stop this? Because client cannot decide how much we have to charge, right? I think most of you would agree with me. The client should not decide how much we charge. And one of them called me up and asked me, sir, what do we do in this situation? I said, it is all in your hands. If not a single valuer is going to respond to this particular mail, what does the client do? Your profession, whether it raises or it falls, is in the hands of the professionals. If somebody is willing to charge 5,000 rupees, the client is always going to take advantage of that. Correct me if I'm wrong, my dear friends. In fact, that is why the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India have already given the guidelines in terms of what is the minimum fees to be charged. And how do we do that? In fact, the next thing comes into the picture. Because there are indirect ways. When a patient goes to meet the best doctor in the world or the best doctor in the city itself, he will not negotiate. He will not negotiate. A person who has suffered heart attack will not negotiate with the doctor. Doctor, 2 lakhs chala ekkuva undi sir. Okay, 1 lakh tagistara, 1 lakh chestara. Will he negotiate? He will not. Then how can he negotiate here? So for that, what needs to happen is, in fact, a very important thing all of us need to understand, everything is moving digital today. Even through word of mouth, if somebody is approaching you, it is very important that you need to have a digital image. How many of you have a digital image? How do we have a digital image? For a doctor, it is life and with a doctor, it is life and death. For many a times here, it is looked at as a compliance. That is where the challenge is. Not complying, what will be the kind of pain? Because India has been a country where, in fact, even today, paying tax is a problem. I don't know how many of you know it or not. Today afternoon, multi-millionaire actor income tax raid has taken place on this guy. Because you should all know, this guy has imported Rolls-Royce car and has filed a case in High Court, I think, High Court or other court, Sessions Court, I don't know, in Chennai today. The judgment was passed saying that please waive off tax to be paid on Rolls-Royce car. He is a Tamil actor who is also famous in Telugu by name Vijay. Court did not just give a verdict. Court told him, don't be a real actor. Don't be a real hero. Try to be a real hero. And they said, shame on you for having earned so many crores, asking for a waiver on tax, and you bloody pay 1 lakh fine for having filed this case itself. Now, what does this case show it actually? What does this case show us? People don't want to comply. Correct me if I'm wrong, my dear friends. People don't want to comply. And that is one story altogether. But another story, what is it we can do? What we need to do is to build a solid image. Solid image in terms of digital. And you can build an image without spending a single pie. That is what I'm going to share. Because today what is happening is, the moment I say GST, immediately few chartered accountants' name come to the mind of various people. Even for you also, it must be coming across the country. I know even if Reliance has an issue on GST, they may be having their own internal auditor, they may be having external auditor, they may be having so many people. But I know pretty well the CFO of Reliance calls up one gentleman, is a member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, anything on GST, basically because he has built an image. Being in a small town or a big town doesn't matter. I've already talked about the location part of it. What is important is, the most important thing is, our former president, Mr. M.Devaraja Reddy garu already told, before you manage the client, first you have to manage yourself. Very important statement he made. Because if you don't manage yourself, we can't manage the client. And one of the things to manage ourselves is my image in the digital media. I'm going to share that few tips with you. Because today, whether you like it or not, digital media plays a very, very important role. Today, when the finance minister, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, passes on an amendment about a GST, comes out of a GST meeting, I know of a few chartered accountants, within minutes, an YouTube video will be ready and it will be released. There are few who immediately send a newsletter and broadcast it. And this is not advertisement. This is providing information. And they are the ones who are taking an advantage. Now, can I do something of that kind sitting in a small town? Because I'm talking about my image. Because I want to just share with you, I don't want to share with you the entire PowerPoint because that's not the main idea. It's a small program. When I say client management, I would address it in terms of client management. It is basically client acquisition. How do you acquire the clients? Through word of mouth marketing. Number two, how do you build your image to acquire clients? Because we do not want to use the word called marketing. Because I know pretty well that one thing which the institute does not want to use is to use the word called marketing. But we have to grow our profession. There is a difference between growing because our clients automatically come to us. That's one thing. But how do I ensure that the client keeps coming to me? That is another thing. So my image. Next comes client retention, which is basically the management of the client. And finally, how do I manage the behavior of the clients? Behavioral styles. Because all of you must be facing this one situation. There are clients where how many ever time you say, sir, without appointment, please take appointment and come to our office, sir. But there are invariably a client, you are in the middle of preparing an important report, and it is afternoon time, 3 o'clock, or you're sitting with a client and talking, and there is client who knocks the door. In fact, receptionist is, seeing him, receptionist get nervous. Even if you have a receptionist, she can't even tell, sir, meeting lo unnaru. She can't even say. Suddenly, person, Anna, okay, 5 minutes kavala. Okay. Have you faced the situation? You go on telling him, no, he comes like that. There are clients where if he walks into your office and he wants to talk to you, 1 hour is the time, 55 minutes, there are Reddies are told now. You should avoid speaking about cricket, avoid speaking about politics, avoid speaking about cinema, avoid speaking about Mahesh Babu. But that fellow is going on talking about that only. How much ever you say. Why do people behave the way they behave? And you send the bill, he will not send. GST report will not come to the last day. What do you do? And then there are people who are extremely good, and there are people who want data. So there are basically 4 different types of people based on behavior. There are different behavioral styles. I'm going to talk about only 4 behavioral styles here. So the first thing which I want to speak about is my image. Because something which all of us can do, because the world should know that you exist as a chartered accountant. And you should do it without advertisement. By providing just an information, you can become big. If you don't have an image for yourself, if you don't give an image for yourself, the world will give you an image. So I want to start with my image. Because the starting point is always yourself. It's not anybody else. You have to take care of yourself. So what is the kind of image I need to have? And COVID has created a situation where you don't have to do anything. COVID absolutely has changed the way the business functions and the business operates. So we'll start with my image. Then I will move towards client acquisition, and I would then cover behavioral styles so that we can touch upon some basic aspects. But the first thing which I want to share is my image. What is my image? How do you build your image in the digital world? Do you agree with me that we are living in a digital world? I just want to know whether you're listening to me. Am I talking one-way traffic or everybody is there? So do you understand what is an image digital world? Yes. Do you agree that we are living in a digital world?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. First and foremost, we need to agree. See, one thing which we can do, I can use the digital world either as a time pass, or I can use the digital world to become an influencer. I'm not trying to blow my own trumpet here. One side of mine, I've been a speaker, trainer, management consultant for a long time. I'm also a sophologist. I'm also a political commentator. Today, almost every second, the moment I finish this particular session, 8 o'clock, 7:30, I have another session, but I've been postponed to 8 o'clock on a digital Hindu conclave. So what happens? How do you build your image? The digital world has made things very, very simple. And digital world has also made things very difficult. Listen to me carefully for this. If you have talent, digital world allows you to showcase your talent, and the world will come to know in a matter of days, months. That's it. Otherwise, it will take a lot of time. What does the digital world do? In the digital world, talent cannot be escaped. But if you don't have talent, if you don't have competency, you don't go anywhere in the digital world. It will expose you. I hope you're able to understand this. Okay. Now, most of the chartered accountants, most of the professionals use the digital world either to watch others or for time pass. I know there are close to around 65 people here in this room. in this Zoom webinar. Whatever I'm saying, all the 65 people are not going to follow. Only 5 people are going to follow. If you are in that 5, you become an influencer. The remaining 60 will become followers. Straightforward, simple. Because how do I manage that? Because client comes with an expectation. Client comes with an expectation based on what your, like say, if your friend has referred you, he tells you he's a very nice man, a very simple person. He will not charge you much. So go to him. He will provide all the solutions with you. So he's coming with an expectation. Simple person. So that mentality only is coming. So how much ever you want to charge more, he is not willing to pay more. He has already decided that he's going to pay only so much to you. Is that true or not? Do you agree with me on that? The way you are introduced itself. Chala manchi manushunandi. Ekku charge cheyaru, chala takkuga charge chestaru, pani correct ga chase finish chestaru. I'm just telling you, he will charge very less. He's a very nice human being. Whatever he says, he will do correctly. So with that expectation only is correct. So today you are letting the world set the expectation of you. I am only saying, change it a little bit. And the digital world gives you. Now the client will have a different expectation from you. How do I do that? I just have a 20 pointer, a 20 checklist, because as a chartered accountant, checklist works very well. Now 20 checklist. Now of this 20 checklist, you might be knowing all the 20, but you might not be doing. Of the 20, you don't have to do everything. That also I would like to tell you. You do 2 out of the 20, that will be enough. See, remember, my image in the digital world, I would like to, because, see, if I have to speak something, I must be an authority on the topic. If I'm not an authority on the topic, I should not be speaking on that. Okay. Now, 1 year back, in the year 2000, I was one of the first training professionals in this country to have a website. But after that, I didn't have a website. I had multiple websites, it was all gone. When COVID came, and I had different websites. My company name is Aura Leadership Foundation. I had a website called auratraining.com. Then I had a website called auraleadership.com. Then I had a website called aurakenya.com. And the branding was getting confused. I didn't know where it was heading. All those stuff. If you put my name in the Google, nothing will come. 1 year. I have not paid a single pie. I'm not trying to blow my own trumpet here, but I'm just wanting to establish you don't have to spend 1 paisa, but if you have content, the whole world will know that you're a competent chartered accountant sitting in Ongole or sitting in Nellore or sitting in Kavali, sitting in Singara and Gonda, wherever you are, and calls us. That is how the whole world is operating now. And if you follow this trend, one of these 20, 2 of these 20, that is enough. Quickly, let me run through it. This is called as my image in the digital world. Very simple, nothing big. You're able to see this, my image checklist? I can see you, Seshu. Can you see this, Seshu? Word file? No? Yes? First thing to ask, do you have a professional website?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Do you have a professional website? Is your professional website on your name, on your firm's name? So if you don't have one, and .in websites cost you less than 1,000, because it is about managing. See, because sir spoke about managing your office, having a reception, very important, being on time. But the other thing is your digital image. Number 2, do you have a Google business page on the map? And again, these are all, everything is compliance to the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. There is nothing which doesn't comply beyond the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, because we checked it. Last year, we did an exhaustive seminar. More than around 560 people attended. Because this is an issue. Because some chartered accountants have a great image, some do not have. How do you do that? Do you ask for reviews in Google business page? Very simple. Number 4, Facebook. is one of the most popular social media sites even now and is used for business. But you do not have to advertise. Do you have a Facebook account? 99% of people use Facebook for gossip. Use Facebook for information. 0.1% of the professional use Facebook for the sake of subtly, without anybody knowing, promoting the business. Next question to ask: how frequently do you post information regarding your profession in your Facebook timeline? How frequently? But Sriram, what do I put? I will come to it little later. Next, do you have a Facebook page? What is the difference between a Facebook account and Facebook page? Facebook page is basically your fan page. People start liking you. People start liking your content. And what do I put? I'm just going to share with you that. Next, do you consciously invite people to like your page? And how many times you post in your FB page in a month? 9 things I've talked about. What should you put? Today, GST amendment has come. And you share that information. Income tax revision has come. You share that. This is what the young chartered accountants are doing. Are you doing it? Instead of that, Neni, Iroju, I hotel poi biryani tinnanu, no business will come. Instead of that, you can put this. I don't know, one of the most powerful thing is, do you have a LinkedIn account? And do you have at least 500 people following you on LinkedIn? And if you have clients who are the younger age, then you need to have an Instagram account also. I'm going to quickly put it across. Are you proficient in writing or speaking? What is that you're good at? Because in your Facebook account, in your Facebook page, in your LinkedIn account, if you are writing a blog, because those of you who have not written a blog, see, understand, to become a chartered accountant is not an easy thing. It is one of the toughest examinations in the world. It is one of the exams where there is no reservation. In fact, in the whole country, the greatest thing is that, and you're good in writing. If you're not good in writing, you would not have passed CA. Am I right or not? Somewhere you're good in presentability. Now, what is that? Why did CA course make you test you in terms of presentation? It is not about the knowledge. It is about presenting in a manner which the evaluator will get impressed with you. So all that, blog, writing and speaking, and Telugu content. There are millions of Telugu entrepreneurs who want to know, who have so much of confusion about GST. And one thing which people invariably think of, if I write it, people will copy. You can put your name, PDF, everything can be there. Don't live in a scarcity mindset. What steps are you going to take to improve in your speaking and writing? I know I was in Mumbai before COVID, in Bandra, in Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. I was addressing a program. I told one of the chartered accountants that, you can go and speak about why valuation is required for any business. And he said, Sriram, I'll do one thing. I'm a member of Rotary Club. I'm a good speaker. I'll go and speak. He went and spoke in Rotary Club of Thane immediately after the program. And he said, listening to that program, Rotary Club of Mulund called him. Few weeks later, all this just pre-COVID, between January and February, January 20th to February 25th. Because I think I was in January 19th or something, I was in Mumbai. I flew down from Varanasi to Mumbai. So, and he said, by February end, I got 3 projects because I'd already addressed in Rotary Club of Thane, Rotary Club of Mulund, Rotary Club of Kurla, and Rotary Club of Dombivli. And I got 3 clients who wanted the valuation to be done for their business for different reasons. When you speak, the whole world listens to you. The whole world means that particular world listens to you. Next, blog, newsletters. Do you publish newsletters? Another most important thing, do you have a YouTube account? Sir, YouTube account, how much I have to spend? You don't have to spend anything. If you got a Gmail account, automatically it comes with the YouTube account. And I'm saying everything is free of cost. I'm saying, you don't have to have a video and everything to record. All of us today have a Zoom account. You must be having a free Zoom account for 40 minutes. All you need to do is come here, switch on the Zoom, schedule meeting, go and record your speech on the Zoom, and you only speak. Nobody else is there. The meeting, you only speaking for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. And then that file gets recorded in your computer. Go to your YouTube and upload it. Give it the name. That's it. And start sharing that on WhatsApp. I have created a YouTube account. And today I've spoken about the new amendments. I've spoken about the new accounting standards. I'm talking about the new amendment on the GST. I'm talking about the TDS return filing, the amendments and changes which are coming into the law, which others are doing it and do it in Telugu. And then what is happening? People are watching. You're becoming a child. So what is happening is, even when your friend is referring, your client is referring you to his friend, hey, YouTube ani ostara, article ani rastara. So as a result of which, now you can charge, I'm not saying premium, what you actually deserve. You are elevating your profile. Are you able to see what I'm saying now? Otherwise, you'll also see, if I want to have something which I've never had, I must be willing to do something which I've never done. If I do what everybody else do, I will reach where everybody else reach. If I have to reach where others have not reached, I should do something which others have not done. Simple. I repeat what I'm saying. If I have to reach where others have reached, then I will have to do what others have done. But if I have to reach somewhere where others have not reached, then I have to do something which others have not done. How many chartered accountants in rural Andhra Pradesh, in Ongole, would be doing this? How many of them would be having a YouTube channel? How much time it will take? Weekly 5 minutes. And there are chartered accountants. In fact, this is what is happening. In fact, the chartered accountants who are young today are spending every day 5 minutes. And another thing they do LinkedIn Live. A chartered accountant from Andhra Pradesh, another chartered accountant from Madhya Pradesh, they come together and they discuss. What do you think is going to be the impact of this? It's a conversation. And you can do it very soon. And today there are tools which are available. I don't know how many of you know it or not. Today there is something called a Clubhouse. Seshu, you are aware of Clubhouse app?
No, sir. Similarly, there is one thing called Teachment is there, which I follow.
Yeah. There's now something called Clubhouse. Clubhouse is something where you can enter in. There are accountants who are there talking about various things 24/7. Twitter Spaces. People are talking about it. So what is happening is that all these are going to build your image. So a YouTube account is something, because see, but Sriram, I don't have so much of whatever knowledge you have, start sharing. Please remember, it does not matter how much you know. What really matters is what you do with what you know. I repeat, it does not matter how much you know. What really matters is what you do with what you know. It is not that you don't have to know everything. You have to know everything. Whatever you know, if it can be applied, application is far more important. And then you can look at cross-border integration, platform integration. And then, have you written books and publications? Today, see, Siggulevu, Konni Mandarugu, 20 pages oka book rasinadu. He is projecting it as a best-selling book. My book, at least, was for around 20 days. It was a bestseller, #1 bestseller. You can write a book for 100 pages. Book can be written. How did you become a chartered accountant? That can inspire 500 people. In fact, I still remember there was one batch where Mr. Reddy Garu had come And that batch had a lot of people. I think GMCS, those days I used to go for GMCS sessions. That batch had a lot of people who had written their exam, but he looked at them and many of them had said, "Sir, moodu sari rasinanu, nalu sari rasinanu, inka naku." He made a very good statement and it motivated everybody. He said, if you have completed CA in the first attempt, you are not a proper CA. You will be a proper CA only if you have attempted 3-4 times. That is what really come again chartered accountant. And that motivated everybody. You could be a rank holder, you could write. So what is happening is that all these are creating a digital image. I'm not asking you do everything tomorrow itself. Take one thing at a time. Take one thing at a time. Twitter is something which I have not followed here because, I have used, I've predominantly kept it as I've kept Twitter myself as a political commentator and strategist. And profession, I keep it as LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. And in YouTube itself, I have other channels where I appear, and in news channels I appear where I come completely differently. And I can tell you all these things you can do it because before client management, you have to manage yourself. And all these things, you don't have to spend a lot of money, and it comes like that. Within no time, it comes. I'm not joking. I'm sharing with you something now because not trying to blow my own trumpet, but I'm just saying few years back, 1 year, 3 months back, if I have told you this, you will not believe me. But today, I'm going to show to you how it can be done so easily. Just stay with me for a minute, and then we will go into a different topic altogether. Today, all you do is you go to a Google address bar. 1 year back, you would not have got this. My name, just type it. Just type my name, and 1 year back, my name will not even be, nothing will be seen. But today, you go to 2 pages, 3 pages, 4 pages, you can't see anything else other than my name. Everything is about my name. Because when you create content, this is the 3rd page. And 3rd page, everything is about me. You put across videos, it will be me. News, because people will start coming. Either it is politics or COVID, everything and everything, farmer law, everything, farm laws, everything you will find. Image. And not a single pie spent. Not a single, because many people think you have to spend a lot of money. No, you don't have to spend a lot of money. But starting point is first, you need to have a website. Starting point is you need to spend a little bit of time on the digital mode. If you do that, automatically you will be in a position to get traction. That's point number 1. Point number 2, because I want to just take it up 3 things at a time. On the word of mouth, I just want to share only one thing with you, is that how do I acquire clients? Whom all people, because all this information about your image, whom all it should go so that they can refer. Because 1 second, if few of you can answer to me, it will be great. Do you get your business purely based on word of mouth and references? Do you agree with me? All of you agree with me? So all this information, whether you are your Facebook, your what do I call, your LinkedIn, your blog, your YouTube, all this information, somebody is on. Okay, thank you. Noted. So all this information should go to people who can be your word of mouth people. So who are the people whom you go with? So quickly, I'll share that also. This I call it as a referral network. So whom all thing, number 1 is the business network. The network of people with whom you do business. It could be also a Rotary Club, Lions Club, whatever club you are, because we are all part of some network. If it is Hyderabad, Hyderabad has IHMA, Hyderabad Management Association, FAPSI, anything, you must be having your own Ongole association, whatever it is, number 1. Number two, your satisfied clients. Because in fact, I would suggest all of you to take a picture of this particular thing, please. If you can take a snapshot picture, it will be great. Okay, because this is valuable. This is worth few lakhs. I can tell you. For Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, I'm giving it to you free. Satisfied clients. Satisfied clients is what? Satisfied clients invariably understand clients would refer, but not every client would refer. So important. So these people should know what you're doing and how you're doing. Number three is your staff. If you are a chartered accountant and you have staff, your staff, in fact, invariably, your staff do not know enough about you. What do you mean? Because they see only one side of you. Your staff should know all the details because your staff should be acquiring clients for you. In fact, our chief guest, M.Devaraja Reddy was telling, initial time, you expose your staff. You don't go for everything. You don't go anywhere and everywhere and every time, you don't open up and things do like that because staff is another thing. Number four, business which benefits from yours, your vendor. Sriram, who's my vendor? Your vendor, as simple as that. The people, like say your landlord, does he know? Because he's also having, he also has to file his income tax. He might have to pay GST. Does he know about you? Let this information go. You should have access to this information because these are people who can be the part of your word of mouth network. Can be part of your word of mouth network. Somebody who supplies computers to you. Ongole is a hot place. Definitely you must be having air conditioner at your office. Do you have an AC? Definitely you must be having an AC at your office. The guy who's selling an AC for you, the guy who's servicing an AC for you, he must also be, he has to comply. He must be paying GST. So he must be having people who know. So he must be able to, hey, that chartered accountant. Because, client acquisition is something which is very important. Other people with whom you do business. Right here, I want to just give an example to you here. There is a guy who was working for Wipro, chartered accountant. His name is Reddy, Hyderabad. He resigned and he started his own practice and he wanted to also start his coaching institute. And he was getting mentoring from me. Suddenly one day he said he was a fitness freak. He was a fitness freak. So he hired, pre-COVID time, he hired a trainer. The trainer whom he hired is also the trainer for many Tollywood guys. There is Telugu actors and producers. Now, every morning this guy will come to Hari's house and he will be doing all these things. And this guy had a conversation with Hari saying that, sir, mere em chestaru, what do you do and all those stuff. This is what I do, what is that. So you will not believe that guy who's a fitness trainer connected Hari to 2 producers, 1 director and 1 actor, and he's managing their fight. You will not believe me. So that is the other people with whom you do business. Next is referral givers, people who gave you referrals, people who give you clients. Are you in touch with them? Do you know? Because what I'm saying is these are the people who should know what you're doing, what you're capable of, and what are your knowledge and competency so that they can refer more people to you. And then referral receivers. People whom you have referred, whom you have helped. And I call people as contact sphere. Contact sphere are those people who hit your same target market as what you're hitting. Because most people, because chartered accountants don't like the word called marketing, but I always say, in fact, Dayanivas Sharma told me once very nicely. He's also my, he attended my GMCs long time back. Sriram sir, most of us have built relationship all our life, but none of us know how to use those relationships. I said, because you guys don't know how to market yourself. He said, yes, sir, you're right, but we are not supposed to use the word marketing. You cannot use the word marketing, but without using the word marketing, you can do so many things. Contact sphere is what? Like say, I am a marketing consultant who helps large companies, seed companies, pharma companies to become big. to route to market. So my target market is chief executive officers and managing directors and chief marketing officers of large seed and pharma companies. I also have a digital marketing consultant who does consulting for these kind of companies, but he does not do training. I don't do digital marketing. Or able to get what I'm saying? What I'm doing, he doesn't do. What he does, I don't do. But both of us are interacting with the same client, the same target market. So both of us become contact spheres. Your good contact sphere can be a bank manager. A bank manager. A company secretary. Because company secretary is incorporating a company. But after that, next step, what do? He becomes. Next step called family and community. But Sriram, community, what do you mean? Your family. In fact, chartered accountants, one of the biggest challenges I've seen is your family themselves don't know what you do. Because your family never understood when you studied CA. They asked you which year you're doing. They asked you which college you went. You didn't have an answer. You were very happy saying, oh boy, I got 40 and I passed. And you gave laddu. And your mama asked you for 40, you're giving me laddu, first class nahi hai. And they never understood first class distinction and all. So your family never understood, your community never understood, and even now they've not understood. What are you? Auditor. Now, please understand, it's a very powerful network. And you need to communicate to them. Because understand, professionals need to network. I think, Mr. Devaraj Reddy will know much better because, but for networking, he would not have become one of what he has become, great networker. You could network all the way up to Delhi. So network is very important. And community is something which is very critical and important. Please do not take me otherwise. I always say, Bhagwan, Khana, Paisa. Community plays a very important role all over the world. But I'll give you an example of India. A set of Gujaratis went from Gujarat to East Africa, Kenya, Ethiopia, Uganda, Tanzania. When they went to East Africa, not only did they go to East Africa, they also took Swaminarayan Mandir. They also took Dokla, Samosa, Jalebi. They also took Bank of Baroda. Bhagwan, Khana, Paisa. I would like to transact business and do financial transaction with somebody whom I trust. And I trust the people who belong to my community, who live with me. Set of Punjabis went from Punjab to United Kingdom. Not only did they go to United Kingdom, they took Gurudwara, they took butter naan, butter chicken masala, they also took Punjab National Bank. Bhagwan, Khana, Paisa. A group of Chettiars from Karaikudi and Chettinad went from Tamil Nadu to Malaysia, Singapore. They also took Muruga, Idli Sambar, Indian Overseas Bank. That's why you will see Indian Overseas Bank there. I'm not joking. In fact, Muruga, the biggest Muruga idol is not in Tamil Nadu, is not in Andhra Pradesh, it is not in Telangana, it is in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur. As a result of which, family and community plays a very important role. And then comes the friends and affiliates. So what am I saying? Your blog, your video, your podcast, your book, your publication, all these things, when it goes to them, your image gets built. But Sriram, all this will take time, not much time. I'm not saying that you have to do everything at a single shot. Do one thing at a time. Write blog, post it in Facebook, post it in LinkedIn, post it in your website. Or decide, I will do 5 minutes per week, a YouTube video, I will take it on Zoom, post it on YouTube, post it on Facebook, post it on Twitter, post it on LinkedIn. And WhatsApp everything to these people. Because the technology is there. Sorry to say this, your fool with the tool is still a fool. Your fool with the tool is still a fool. Most of us have got the tool, but we don't know how to make the tool work for us. And then the friends and affiliates. Your friend, you are a chartered accountant. Your friend could be a doctor who studied with you in the college, intermediate, or in your school. And today he has got a hospital. And he has got a lot of friends. And he can. And then the social media and WhatsApp group. And then poverty means what? When contact sphere comes together, it's not something which you need to do at length. And then comes the last part, because I know we are running short of time and straight away going. The last part of the program, then I'll open it for question and answer for, say, few minutes. In terms of client management, please understand the golden rule in relationship is treat people the way you would like to be treated. But the platinum rule in relationship is treat people the way they would like to be treated. And there are people, because please understand, client management, we're not talking about client management. So we talk about image. We talked about the people to whom you have to communicate the image so that you can get more business from them, which will help you to get more clients. And now, how do I manage client? There's something called a disc, which is basically dominance. There are people who want to dominate. There are people who want to influence. There are people who want to bring stability and calmness. And many chartered accountants have the last thing called as caution. Based on these four, we have people who are fast-paced and slow-paced. Fast-paced means what? They will talk fast, they will think fast, they will walk fast, they will decide fast, everything fast, absolutely fast. Sorry, I'll become an actor now. You will see me like a Mahesh Babu now in the next few minutes' time. And then there are people where allu, dire, nothing will move, everything slow. They will write slowly, they will talk slowly, they will cook slowly, they will walk slowly, they will think slowly, they will decide slowly. You tell them, wait. Have you noticed that kind of people also? Fast-paced, slow-paced. త్వరగా చేయాలా, అన్ని త్వరగా చేయాలా, ఈ రోజే చేయాలా, ఇప్పుడే చేయాలా, అది అబ్బి ఈసీ వర్క్. ఇంకా మెల్లగా ఏం అవసరం? వెయిట్ చేయి. Then there are people who are task-oriented. Come, nothing else. Somebody like Narendra Modi. Doesn't matter. I have decided it has to be done. That's it. Task-oriented. Task. I have decided it's going to be locked down. Lockdown. That's it. And then there are a section who are called people-oriented. What will people think? In fact, in your own managing committee itself, you're a part of managing committee for a few years, you will know. There are some people, it has to be done, ma. We are going to announce this seminar, this event has to happen. No. We have to ask people, which day is comfortable, we have to ask them. We just can't be deciding by ourselves. We have to take consultation. Other than what consultations are, if you ask people, they will tell 101 things, decide and announce that, and whoever is coming, let them come. You'll have both kind of people. Your clients also are of different types. So what happens? It's a 4x4 matrix. Sorry, a 2x2 matrix, which becomes 4 elements. 2x2 matrix. All of you studied matrix. So there are some people who are fast and task. There are some people who are fast and people. There are some people who are slow and task. There are some people who are slow and people. So based on that, we have 4 sets of people called as go-getters, promoters, nurturer, examiner. Now, I'm not even going to take too much time into this because I want to take it very fast. I'm just going to slow in one slide. We have to understand each one of them behaves differently. And based on that, we have to manage ourselves. Platinum rule says treat people the way they would like to be treated, not the way I would like to be treated, because everyone would like to be treated with dignity, honesty, and sincerity and everything. So go-getter are driven and decisive. Cheyala, Iyode Cheyala, Aaj, Aji, Abhi, Isi Waqt. In fact, he will come in, he will ask you, his only question is, sir, can you get it done tomorrow morning? No, I want it tomorrow morning, sir. Repu Pudduna na kavala, sir. Okay, sir. He will come into the office, he will be very bold and direct. Now, if you are not confident with these guys, if you cannot look into their eyes and talk, they will just trample you. In fact, these are the guys who just take you for granted, but at the same time, go-getters are somebody who are bold and direct, who get it done now, strong desire and win to lead, but they will be willing to pay. Go-getters' negative point is they always want now. They don't want explanation. They want straightforward answer. Chestara leva. Kuduradada leva. Straightforward answer. ఏమైంది లేదు సార్ ఇన్కమ్ ట్యాక్స్ ఆఫీస్కి వెళ్ళినాను అక్కడ ఆయన ఏమైంది సార్ మీరు ఏం చేసినారని నేను అడగలేదు. That is a go-getter. For the benefit of English, what happened? No, sir, I went to income tax office and there, sir, I didn't ask you what you did. I asked you what happened. What is the result? They are result oriented. So don't give them the story. Come to the point straight away. How to identify them? Normally, they will wear white, red, or black color dress. They have eye contact. They will have a firm handshake. They will walk fast, they will talk fast, they will think fast. They would only like to deal with the principal. They would not like to deal with article clerk. In fact, you send the article clerk to them, you'll say, no, auditor phone cheyamani cheppu. Sir, bill gurinchi, ayana phone cheyamani cheppana. Ayana em chestaru. All this dialogue will come from this guy, and you got to be confident. We got to be straightforward. We got to tell him, sir, this is possible, this is not possible. I'm seeing a lot of chat. 1 second, let me just open it up. Okay, something else, fine. Next is promoter. Who's a promoter? Always energy, masti, absolutely fun-loving all the time. They're fast and people. Loves to be the center of attraction. Now, what these guys are the guys where if you come to their office, if you go to their office, if they come to your office, they will talk about everything. COVID eppudu potudi, third wave vastuda leva, why so much is happening. Will Jagan Mohan government will they join NDA? Next time NDA TDP vastuda, BJP vastuda. Okay. Virat Kohli enduku captain ga unnadu. ఎప్పుడు నెక్స్ట్ మూవీ రిలీజ్ అవుతుంది అన్ని మాట్లాడతారు. But not even 5 minutes you will talk about business. Now these are guys where you will have to speak little with them, but at the same time you will have to come to business topics. Payments, to get payments from these people are difficult because they will give you promise, because it's not that they're bad, but the point is they give commitment to everybody. They attend they want to be everywhere and they will be nowhere. Next comes the nurturer. I don't have time. That is the reason why I have to run fast. Nurturer are nice people. In fact, India was filled with a lot of nurturers at one point of time. But today, there are very, 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 very few nurturers. Sincere people, nice people, values relationship. Oka mata iste akka mata a mata vintaru nilabadtaru. But today we don't have much people there. You will agree with me on that. Okay, they're very nice people. And then you have examiner. Who's an examiner? Mukesh Ambani is an examiner. Bill Gates is an examiner. These are the guys who are thorough and research oriented. They want data. They want evidence. If the go-getter does not want detail, examiner wants all the details. In fact, I still remember, in one of the debates I said, India holds 12.5% of the world's vaccines. Immediately, one of them asked, how do you say that? Where do you have evidence? And I said, Bloomberg tells that. Oh, okay. And I kept quiet. No, because that's the reason why I always tell every person who goes in presence, be ready to handle all the 4 different types of people. Your client could be a go-getter. To a go-getter, be smart, confident, straight to the point, tell what and not how. And tell what is possible and what is not possible. You can charge. Promoter, come to the business, because they will keep talking about all the other things. Come to the business. To a promoter, getting money from them, getting payment from them is the toughest thing. They will enjoy, but they will not do business. Nurturer, very nice people to do business with, but they are slow. They can't take decision immediately. You have to give them the time. But they're good in every aspect, but they're very few in number now. Examiner, he will negotiate, he will bargain, he would want data, he will take his time. But the good thing about examiner is when he has agreed, he will agree to the terms and sign. So what am I going to do? I cannot be the same person with everybody. I have to be different for different people, different strokes for different folks. I have another 15 to 20 slides on this particular topic itself, but we are running short of time. And I know we've come to almost 10 minutes I've exceeded. So all I'm going to say is that on another day, we'll take it up on a more detailed manner in terms of the behavioral styles and the various aspects. To a go-getter, be smart and straight. To a promoter, talk to him, but come to the business. To a nurturer, be nice, don't put pressure. To an examiner, give him data, statistics, and he will fall for that. Okay, thank you so much. I'm stopping the share, and any few questions, I would be more than glad to take it up. And I'm sorry, I have to cut short because, we are running short a little bit of time. So as a result of which, this is where we are. Okay, so all I can tell you is build your image. I know a lot of times, I talk about to a lot of people, I told right in the beginning itself, there are 65 people, only 5 people will build image. But if 5 people will build image, I know pretty well you have done a great job. Build your image, number 1. And number 2, more importantly, to the network, which I talked about, communicate to them so that they can get you more clients. And finally, manage your clients by having the right behavioral styles. Okay. Thank you very much. It was an honor to address the Ongole branch of SIRC of Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Thank you so much, Chairman Garu, Chairman, and thank you very much, Jagan Garu. Thank you for the wonderful introduction, Lakshmi Suguna Garu. And it was a pleasure to have had the presence of our former president, Shri Devaraja Reddy Garu. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. Now I request our chairman to speak a few words.
We'll put some 1 2 questions, sir. Yeah, how to translate our ideas into action?
Get into action, sir. In the sense, I'll give you a simple thing. I'll give you a simple thing, simple formula I'll give you. I call something as the O3 process. In my book also I've written it, called as objective, opportunity, outcome and opportunity. Every day morning, have what is the objective for my day? Have as less objectives as possible. Because anyway, as the day goes, several work will come, because every day we don't do things as planned. You'd agree with me, Chairman, sir. Okay. When you come to the office, you are thinking of 10 things, but before you came itself, something else came. Okay. So as a result of which, do not have too many objectives. Have 1 or 2 objectives only. So then at the end of the day, ask yourself, what is the outcome? Did I fulfill my objective? Then what do I opportunity which I see? So every day, if I follow this O3 process, okay, if you follow the O3 process, it will be of help. In fact, I will elaborate. I've written elaborately, and I think it's available on Kindle edition. It is available at a very low cost or even free at Amazon. You can check it out on that. No reference point. Okay, Kindle it should be at a very good price or a free of cost. I've elaborated a lot on that. O3 process: objective, outcome, opportunity.
ఓకే సార్, చాలా చక్కగా చెప్పారు. చాలా పాయింట్స్ డిజిటల్ బ్రాండింగ్ గురించి అన్నీ కూడా. సో నౌ ఓవర్ టు మోడరేటర్.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for a wonderful presentation. Now I request our Ongole branch secretary, CA M.Devaraja Reddy, to present a vote of thanks.
Sir, am I audible, sir?
Yes,
Audible,
yes.
audible.
Go ahead.
Sir, good evening, one and all, and good evening, each of my members and colleagues. Sir, I am Reddy, Secretary of Ongole branch, and I'm here to present the vote of thanks on behalf of the Ongole branch of SIRC of ICAI. So first of all, it was a nice presentation, Sriram sir, and it was very impactful, I can say, because we people, the chartered accountant fraternity, is basically we lack media management, we lack the publicity, we doesn't have the privilege to advertise. So we don't have the privilege to promote in between the clients also how long we are standing. So we are very poor in media, this public relationship management, and also as you said, we cannot advertise whatever achievements we have, whatever what you say like career achievements we have. So we are not authorized to do anything. But as you said, we can do everything except in the name of publicity or except in the name of media management. So everything we can do. So that point has been emphasized by you, sir. So very much thank you for that. And yes, definitely there are a lot of things which has to be done, because as you said, there are a lot of things which almost many chartered accountants in this seminar has been knowing, but not practically implementing them at the field level. So as you rightly emphasized, it's a very great opportunity for young members and also some middle-aged members and also even the senior members to practically implement as many suggestions which you have suggested, sir. We will definitely try to follow it and implement, and definitely have nice to have a future seminar as well with you in person, if not through Zoom. So we are eagerly waiting for it, sir. So at this instance, we would like to specially thank our today's chief guest, M.Devaraja Reddy garu, our past president of Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, for being the chief guest for this great seminar. And also we would like to thank today's speaker, JVC Sriram garu, for giving such a wonderful presentation and motivating the members to a larger extent, sir. Participants are almost like 60 plus participants have been closely watching your presentation, sir. It's very nice to hear from you, sir. That's a great achievement from both the ends. And I would also like to thank all of my committee members, my council colleagues, and all the senior and junior members, and all the fraternity and the cast and crew who has worked for this particular seminar and making this event a grand success. Thank you, one and all, sir. Have a great evening and have a great good night. So over to you, sir, moderator. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much. Only one request for all of you is please stay safe. Even if you're vaccinated, please wear mask. And written a book on COVID. I try to clearly say that if third wave coming or not coming is in our hands, not in the hands of government or anybody. And Andhra Pradesh has been really badly hit by COVID, more than Telangana. Whether by numbers are wrong or not, we don't know, but Andhra Pradesh has been hit. So stay safe. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Chairman Garu, Chair. Thank you so much, Jagan Garu, and all the team members. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Sir, it's time for our national anthem, Janaganamana.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल वंग వింధ్య హిమాచల యమునా గంగ ఉచ్చల జలధి రంగ तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गादा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय हिंद जय ICAI.
Thank you, Jagan Garu. Thank you, Sriram Garu. Thank you.
I can take leave, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay.